Interface is on a new mission called Climate Takeback, which is our promise to run our business in a way that reverses global warming. We decided to work with some industry partners to help educate, raise awareness, and create case studies around prioritizing embodied carbon in material specifications for the built environment.
The embodied carbon of materials and what they emit during manufacture and transport and actual construction is actually more than the operational carbon of those buildings operated to 2030 or 2050. And as contractors, we're the ones that really have the responsibility and control over procurement of materials and driving that number down.
materialsCAN is really about, first of all, awareness and being able to help the industry understand what embodied carbon is, and then also being able to share the tools and support those tools that are being created by the network that will be open source and available for everyone to use.
We're not going to be a product or a building certification. We really want to lend our big names to building up the understanding of embodied carbon.
So there's a lot of environmental impact categories, and it's difficult for folks to understand. And coming up with materialsCAN, that really has been an opportunity to simplify the message that we have to the architects, to the design community.
Materials are very complicated for designers with as much as they need to do in the time frame they've got. Often asking the question of how materials are made and what their impact is the last thing on their radar. At some point, our buildings need to be not only carbon positive in terms of operation, but also create an opportunity so that we can recapture what we've done over the last 100 years as a human species to our built environment.
It's been sort of a long time coming that we have interest from the market in specifying products that have lower embodied carbon. I love it that we have other manufacturers that are interested as well and are starting to see that connection between lower embodied carbon in products and how sort of facilities are run. I'm very excited to see this grow even further. I think it's good for all of us.
There's a great opportunity here in the architecture and design community to understand embodied carbon and act on it. And so materialsCAN is that tip of the spear to hopefully engage everyone and to show them what we can do and hopefully have them participate.
I think materialsCAN has a lot of potential. First, to have leading organizations actually step up and say embodied carbon is important, but the fact that then we can then bring others into the fold and create an industry movement towards action versus just companies leading the way, I think is where things are going with materialsCAN.
We want to start with manufacturers being transparent about the carbon footprint of their products, and then designers and owners and contractors really using that information so that we can actually make buildings part of the solution instead of just less of the problem.